Hey, how y'all doing? It's me, Master Goober. I'm here to raise your vibration and keep you informed. And I'm back with another video. How y'all doing? Grand Rising. Today's video, we're talking about the diet. Yes, the things we consume. Things that we consume through our mouth, through our ears, and through our eyes. We are what we eat, people. Let's get straight into it. We all know that food is a weapon, and it's a weapon that's formed against us. And it's been formed against us for a very long time, for many years. You know, it's not the same as it was when our grandparents, when they had farms with cows on the farm, we had chickens on the chicken coop, it was peaches and cream back then, when food was food, and it was actually being fed real, grass and hay, and worms and, it was being fed right. But nowadays, the farms are actually in facilities and they're in factories, and cows are being tortured, chickens are being tortured, they're being held in a large capacity in a small room, and they're being malnutrition, they're being pumped with steroids, they're being pumped with other drugs like antibiotics because they're sick and they're ill, and they're trying to sell them at a fast pace, so they're pumping them with things that fatten them up, and they're pumping them with fats and steroids to get them at the weight to sell, and they're just producing them at a fast rate, just with the cows, and they're not being taken care of properly, and they're being slaughtered, and they're being, pumped with all the stuff, and then they're feeding it to us, and energy doesn't die, it just transfers, so that steak you're eating is a dead cow's energy, whatever it went through before it got to your plate. It's all of that on your plate, and now, like I said, they're not coming off a green pasture. They're coming out of a factory, on a conveyor belt going up, being slit to throat. Go watch What the Health on Netflix, give you some insight, of what you're eating, because it's not good for you. Just because it tastes good to you, don't mean it's good for you. What makes it taste good is the things that come from the earth, the herbs and the spices that come from earth, the things we used to eat before, the colonization came along, before Christopher Columbus, before, all that. We used to eat herbs. We used to, have, things that we did our own way. Now we're living in a Western society way. We're not our original selves. We got to unlearn to relearn, to go back to the way we used to eat before we was in a belief system. Because now we believe that food is a luxury when it's a medicine. We got to eat the things that are good for us, not good to us. That's the whole thing. Just because we don't see that it's messing us up, because internal, and that's the whole thing. It's killing us from the inside. When we go to the dollar menu, we eating toxics. Them are man-made foods. We got to eat whole foods. When you go to the grocery store, go to the produce section. Get you some vegetables, go to the farmer's market, and get you some fresh fruits. That's how you got to eat. That's what we used to do, prior to, the colonization, before Christopher Columbus. I just want you guys to understand that there's a better way. Food is a medicine, not a luxury. There's two out of three people will die at a prematurely death just because of a disease that they could have been avoided if they ate different. And all you think of the disease is when your body is at dis-ease. Your body is at dis-ease. You're eating stuff that's making your body at a dis-ease. The toxins piled on top of toxins, sugar content, the GMOs, the MSGs, them are all things that are scientifically geared to transform and come together and make your body something that it's not. I don't want to go into off subject, but just read the ingredients to the foods that you eat, because you got to watch what you eat. You gotta watch your intake, because we are what we eat. You wonder why, you wake up grumpy all the time because of the toxins. You gotta start eating food that's alive, that comes from the earth, For real, you can't eat the dead food. You can't eat food that has no nutrition. You can't eat stuff that doesn't have no substance. That's just like the music that you listen to. You can't listen to music that doesn't have no substance, or it's gonna kill your brain cells. You just have to do things that's gonna keep you motivated, keep you alive. what you eat, what you listen to, and what you watch. You know, it's all your intake. It's your diet. You know, the music you listen to. You know, that controls your being. You know, that controls how you think. You know, it goes into your ears don't shut off. Even when you sleep, you're always listening. You're always hearing what's going on around you. So you got to make sure that your surroundings are always at peace. You know, at all times. And what you watch with your eyes. You know, the television and television to your eyes. You know, television. Yes, you know, and it's all propaganda. It's propaganda is science. You know, they got it down to a science from when the television first came, from when they started feeding us, you know, the racism, you know, and they just had they put us in a trance. You know, they started feeding us all the propaganda. You know, they just kept on and kept on, and now that we're in the trance, you know, we don't read the stuff we were supposed to do. We don't do. We're in a belief system. We believe that everything is right. That they're feeding us is good. We don't need no protein from an animal. We don't need, you know, that kind of protein. They getting the protein from the fruit. They supposedly, but now they're eating man-made animal food. They're coming from a factory. The animals are. You know, they're not coming from out the sun. They're not eating dandelions. They're not eating, you know, the food that they used to eat when they was on a farm. They're eating man-made shit that is putting weight on them to beef them up so they can be sold at a faster rate. You guys don't understand. They're not actually cows that they're selling. They're calves. You know, they're not hens. They're chickens that they're selling, little chicks. You see little pieces of chicken wings that y'all get nowadays. You know, it's not the same no more. We have to understand. You know, and if you watch the news, and if you not even the news, if you just read and do some research, because the news ain't gonna tell you what you need to know. They're gonna tell you what they want you to know. You know, because it's all a corporation. You know, they're all in cooperation with each other. You know, it's only like 11 families that run the world. You know, and they're doing it for a long time. Like I said, they got it down to a science. The propaganda, you know, propaganda and the food and everything has under the trance and it's blinding us. You know, Hitler did it to the Jews. Now the Jews are doing it to us. You know, they're using the propaganda, the food, the music, and the television. You know, it's all feeding us bullshit, keeping us at a low level. You know, the movies, you know, they've been feeding us and they've been setting us up for the reality that they're making for us. So once the veil is revealed, once the bullshit is revealed, you know, that's all that apocalypse is, meaning that the veil is being lifted. And now that the bullshit is being revealed, you know, they can't do nothing but panic and act like they're doing, all irrational and try to, you know, throw tantrum tantrums. But the war is over. We just gotta wake up. That's what I'm here for. I'm waking up the masses. You know, I want y'all to know that we have to raise our vibrations, you know, to elevate so we can go to the next chapter. You know, you don't want to be left behind. I'm not here because if you know like I know, that history repeats itself, you know, and America is falling. You know, Babylon is falling. You know, it's going to be a third world country pretty soon, and we want to move on. We want to move on. You know, we don't want to be stuck here. You know, we want to go where the winners go, right? So we have to elevate. We have to start thinking with a higher mind, with a higher self. We have to go within and find our meaning to life. We got to find, you know, our reasoning to be here. You know, we have to find our mission and complete it. You know, and my mission is to spread the message and wake up the masses, because the ones that's lost is going to be lost in the sauce. And we need to wake you up and get you guys up and going, because the war is over. You know, and the challenge is the 7-day vegan challenge. I dare you to try it, because it changed my life. You know, and it will change your life, because that's how we need to eat. We need to eat raw fruits. We need to eat raw vegetables. You know, that's what it is. That's a whole food. You know, when it has one ingredient. You know, that's the whole thing. That's my main goal. You know, eat whole food, be holistic. You know, eat from the earth. You know, be cautious of what you eat. You know, I'm spreading the message because that's what it's about. It's about life, prosperity, and wealth. You know, and I'm on a road less traveled. You know, and I'm here to keep you, raise your vibrations and keep you informed. And please take this information like I'm the last person to give it to you, because after me, I don't know who's next. You know what I'm saying? there's so many of us that's light workers, you know, that are chosen ones, that are spreading the word, and we're in abundance. We're spread far and wide, but we're coming together, and we're raising the vibration. The more, the merrier. The sooner, the better. You know. So we just here to wake up the masses, so we learn that we are gods and goddesses, so we act accordingly. You know, because there's things that need to be done still. The war is over, but the fight is still going. You know, the fight is still going. They're gonna fight to the last breath. You know, but the battle is done. We won. We're on the winning team, for real. Yes, the veil has been lifted. You know, they're selling fake food. You know, we're under a trance. You know, we're breaking generation curse. You know, all these things is going on all at the same time. When it's shit hitting the fan, you know, we don't know what to do. So I'm here to help you guys out with which way to go. You know, what to do. You know, because you looking, everything is happening, but the war is over. The fight is still going on, but the war is over. You know, we're fighting to save the lost souls. You know, we want everybody to come. But again, we can't save you. We can only show you. You know, we're not you. You only can save you. I only can save me. I can just do my due diligence and give the message. You know, that's my mission. You know, that's my purpose. You have to find your purpose and rock with it. You know, do what you like until you're good at it, or do what you're good at until you like it. You know, and that's how you find your purpose. You know, and then you're gonna find a better way, and then you're gonna understand that the world that we're living in is not for us. You know, once you start eating better, and you start treating yourself better, and you start leading with love and understanding and understanding and overstanding that you are the Savior. You know, you are the Christ. The Christ is in you. You know, you have to go within. You have to start treating yourself as such. You know, you got to know who you are. You got to understand that after death there's life. You know, this is not the end. That's how you got us scared, thinking that there's nothing after this. We are eternal beings. We are non-ether beings. You know, we're from the cosmos. We're just here to enjoy this human experience. At the same time, you have to find your purpose and live it out and live it to the fullest. You know, and eat right, show gratitude, and love. You know, love conquers all. You know, the good and the bad. You know, there's not a such thing. It's right and wrong. That's it, that's all. And even when it's wrong, it's right. You know what I'm saying? Because it comes from source. Everything is from source. Everything is source. You know, everything is source. Everything is source. Everything comes from source. And we have to understand that when you're made in God's image, source, you have to live accordingly. You have to live as such. You know what I'm saying? You have to treat thou shalt not kill. Nobody should be left behind. Thou should not harbor information. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let it go. You know, the game is to be told. You know, you have to understand that it's a war going on, and the war is over. You know, and there was a time where the information that I'm saying was sacred. You know, there wasn't no books, there wasn't no internet back in the days. There wasn't none of this. So the things that I'm saying and I'm sharing with you guys is sacred. You know, people wasn't just giving away game. That's where it came from. The game should be sold, not told, but the game should be told. You know, because we are gods and goddesses, and how can we learn if we don't know? We have to unlearn to relearn. And I'm just here to spread the message. You know, I might have been a little bit all over the place right now, but it's all about us. It's all about raising the vibration. It's all about going to the next level. It's all about elevating to your higher self. It's all about finding the Christ in you. You know what I'm saying? Many were called, but few are chosen. No, all are called. You got to choose yourself. You got to go the extra mile. You got to put the work in. You got to do your shadow work. You have to find yourself. You have to meditate. You have to you have to venture off. You have to have solitude. You have to train your mind to think positive thoughts. Negative thoughts are always going to be there, but mainly positive thoughts. You know what I'm saying? You have to find your tribe. You have to love on people. You have to show your worth. You have to find your purpose and live in it. You know what I'm saying? You have to eat right. We are what we eat, people, and that's where it all stems from. Your diet. You know, once you change your diet, you know you can go to the moon. You got to change your diet, the way you think, the way you go about things. That's all goes by what you eat, what you put in your stomach. Because your stomach and your brain are together. If your stomach ain't right, your brain ain't right. You know, and it just goes like that. It's just inevitable. You cannot have a healthy life without a healthy stomach. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. You might look good on the outside, but the inside is not there at all. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do better, my people, because the time is now. This is the last days. You know, ain't no more. This is the last lap. This is the last reset. Ain't no more after this. You know, so now is the time. Excuse me. Now is the time. We got to get it together. And I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger. Once again, my name is Master Gooba, and I'm here to raise your vibrations to keep you informed. I hope this video was real knowledgeable. I hope you guys got my message. Hope you guys liked the video. Hope you subscribe to my channel. Hope you guys comment. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you didn't like. You know, tell me what's up. You know, because I love you all. With that being said, peace and love.